What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing another showcase. That's right. I'm going through the list. We did an SSR last time. I promised you guys we'd be doing some SR, so we're going back to the SRs, and this one's going to be special because I've kind of shit on this character for quite some time, and I've been dying to just find use for her anywhere I possibly can. You guys probably know who I'm talking about if I'm saying her. Now, before I go any further here with the character, just so you guys are aware, this character is important to some extent because you can get many versions of this character within the challenges, right? So you definitely want to utilize this character to some extent. And I'm just trying to find a copy of her here real quick so I can show you guys how many you get here. Let me just find her. Let me find her. No, not this one. It's chapter 9, maybe? There's like two, I think you get two free versions of her and two free versions of Jinho. Now, Jinho I already did a showcase on, so you guys know he's good. He's right there. It's chapter 9. Maybe it's chapter 8. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. There she is. Her name is Lee Joohee. I call her Legs. That's right. Her name is Legs for me because graphically they've just made the nicest pair of legs next to Sao. So let's go through the character and talk about where she is useful and where she's not. Now, I did get her leveled up. I did gear her up, and I have been using her. And I'm going to explain to you guys something real quick. If you look at my tier list, she's one of the bottom tier units. There's a reason for it, but I've been trying to find some sort of silver lining here of where she could be used most, and I think I finally figured it out. There are actually two places where she shines, and I mean shines in a very, very good way. So let's talk about her first, and we'll go through the list and we'll do all the usual stuff. Okay, so first off, just so you guys are aware, her weapon is not currently available, but if you do go to the codex, you guys can see what, or actually, you know what, not in the codex, go to her right here, this little list, so you can see what it does. All good days end, increase the user's HP by 0%. When tagging out, the user and the team members gain a shield equal to 2% of her HP, so not a bad way to keep survivability going. So that is all well and done. When her weapon comes out, that's fine. The best weapon for her at the moment, you definitely want to have the power gauge one, just so she can gain her ultimate and do it more often. Okay, so that's the weapon, the SR weapon I recommend using. Now, let's go through her artifacts, and then we'll do skills last, okay? So her artifacts right now, the best ones you could possibly use for this girl, there's going to be two of them realistically. It's going to be the Holy outfit. And again, the reason why the Holy one's the best one is because of the content you're going to most likely use her for, which are going to be raids. So the Dragon Boss, she's incredible because she keeps your team alive, she gives you attack up, and she gives you mana back. So she can actually play a really good role in keeping your hunters alive if they're constantly dying. It's imperative to keep those hunters alive because they actually do dish out a lot of damage on the dragon. So she's actually a pretty remarkable character for that reason. Now, the second place you want to use her, and this is ideally what you're doing for every day, is any Jinho related gate raids, right? The ones where you actually use him, and then when you get to the boss, all of you guys fight at once. She's incredible in those modes as well. Outside of that, she sucks. Realistically, she's useless. But outside of those two things, and this is the reason why the Holy thing works, right? Because both those spots, you're going to be able to take advantage of this actual set, which decreases her attack, but increases the team member's attack by 8%. So this will give Jinho an extra 8% attack. And then, of course, if you're tagging in and out ever as a hunter, you can use this. Outside of that, this is not that useful. What you probably want to use instead is either Executor or, what was the other one there? The Behemoth set. Not Behemoth set. The Berserker, right? Those two. Either or works fine. This is good though for now. I left this as is. Tagging in and out is nice if you plan to use her that way, but this just had the best stats for me, so I just use this because of the stats. All right, so again, not the best artifacts, but the other two will work a little better. Now, regarding skills, let's go over the skills. So her basic attack does almost minuscule damage. You really won't be using her for damage. Her core attack also does very small amounts of damage. She does scale off of HP, by the way, and this is why the Holy set works really well for her. Now, her basic skills are not that bad. Right here, this is one of the ones that you actually want to use. Now, remember, leveling these skills up actually won't level up the amount the skill buffs you for. So that part is kind of becoming useless. All it does is give you a little bit more damage, which, again, she's not really used for, right? So this skill will increase the attack of the team members by 3%. Hey, it's something. It's still a buff, right? And it heals as well too. So, and the healing's better than the Min's healing at the very least. Her second skill here actually does do water damage. The entire team instantly recovers HP equal to 5% of her HP, so that's important. And team members in the divination circle also recover HP equal to 1% of her HP. So it's like a little bit of a hot healing over time, right? Legs. This is why I call her Legs, by the way. Her QTE Pretty straightforward. Healing wave. Whenever you use this, she'll come in, she'll heal you 7.77% of her HP. The user instantly recovers 200 MP, which is nice. And the team member in the divination circle will also continuously get that hot healing over time again. The QTE here, pretty straightforward. Comes in, does damage based on her HP. And then energy field here is her ultimate. The entire team core gauge jumps to 100% charge, which is pretty huge. And this is good because core damage units will do a lot more with her there, and your core does way more damage than your basic attack. So this is kind of nice to have her just cast this and be able to provide you with that. And then these are her skills, right? Pretty straightforward. Increases the user's team member's HP by 8%, so more survivability. And if you have her with like Sao or Emma or anyone who scales off HP, she's providing even more on top of her existing buff from the Holy set as well. Joohee given HP recovery increases by 20%, so that's kind of nice. The user's HP goes up by 6% because everything scales off of her HP in terms of her heals. Joohee and the team recover 400 of their mana whenever they stand in the healing circle. That A3 is huge, and this one you get for free when you do your challenge mode. So this is an important one, especially in those raids. Increases the natural MP recovery rate by 50%, and then healing circle activates when Joohee tags out and is on a cooldown of 35 seconds. So again, if you tag out, not only are you getting the accessory bonus here, but you're also going to get that A5 bonus if you have her at that slot, right? So what's worth leveling up for her? Let's see, sorry guys, I took this off. Let me put it back on. So what's worth leveling up skill-wise? Quite honestly, nothing. Nothing is worth leveling up for her. Everything is just damage related, and you won't be doing any damage with her. She's meant to be for raids. So that's the setup you want to use. Now, again, as regards to content, I've already done my dragon fight today, but I'll show you guys real quick the ranking. Right? And there's my ranking right there. If you looked at my actual team, this is my team 2. Now, she scales well with Sao because she gets the HP bonus. I just used him for defense down. Always have a defense down unit available for you. But she also provided Jinno with a lot of MP as well too. You guys can see the difference though in damage here. It is a fire dragon this time around, so the fire units are going to do way more damage. And let's be real, Min as a support is way better than her as a support. But if she's your only option, this is where you absolutely want to use her. Everybody survived the entire fight. Everybody was healed. MP was never an issue, and that made the fight that much easier. Now, other places, again, that I mentioned you can use her are going to be the gates, right? Now, if you ever go into a gate, let's say it's a big boss fight gate, right? Let's say it's a red gate specifically, or if it's like one of these A rank gates where you fight this guy as a unit, right? So let's just go in. Let's jump in here, and I'll use her here. So it's wind unit, so we'll change him up for Dong So. And then we'll just give him, where is it? Core attack. Perfect. Okay, so this is what we're going to go with. Now I'm going to just switch up the weapons. Just real quick to make life a little easier. Just put in the scythe here instead. Okay, you guys can see I'm still in the red, right? Now when we go fight this boss, you're going to see the value she brings in a raid fight. Specifically the raid fights, because the healing, the MP recovery, the extra attack up is not bad. This is where she will absolutely shine, right? So let's go ahead and use her and test this out. I kind of show you guys how all this works. You guys can see here my attack got increased, right? Now I do have my fire skills on accidentally. Forgot to take those off. Here, I'll just kill this guy. All right, there we go. Let's go all the way back here. Shadow step this. Go. Kill this guy off. Again, you can use a heal here, right? There you go. Look, pretty decent heal. Like, it'll keep you alive for quite some time at the very least. Even though she's not doing any damage, she is providing you a pretty decent buff as well too. Keep that in mind. So kill that guy. There we go. Oh, is someone still alive? Oh, someone's still alive. You guys can see being in red absolutely sucks. Now, let's see if we can kill this boss. It's a pretty big difference in power, right, between me and the boss. But, again, just showing you her value. Now, she's in the fight. You guys will be able to see a little bit more of what she's all about now. See, there's attack increase. Everybody who sits in that circle is now going to get MP back. Look at my MP growing up. like crazy, right? You guys can see it in the divination circle. And that's very important to remember because that you're going to need that MP hardcore. Especially in long fights like this where the boss has this much freaking HP. Again, there's a shield now. Yo, got a good break in. And then ultimate. Now I might not be able to kill this boss, but at least I'm showing you a little bit of her value, right? My HP is maxed topped off. I get my attack increase. I get MP up. So these are all bonuses that you're gonna definitely want to have around. Bosses are ridiculous with the amount of HP they have. Back up again. See that? Look, like we barely lose any HP at all. So she does have a lot of value in raids. I will say that. I was a little harsh on her originally. Because, I mean, realistically, you don't do raids that often. It's very rare to do raids. Outside of the dragon, obviously. But there may be a lot more content in the future coming up where raids become a thing that we'll be doing a lot more of, right? It's really hard to tell what's going on because of... That's another problem with the raids. It's really hard to tell what the hell's happening half the time. But you guys can see here, she does absolutely bring some value to the team. Yeah, I might not be able to finish this on time. I think we can. Look at this, she's just completely keeping us full health on her own. Obviously, Sao does help with her her shields, her abilities to shield us all the time, but... Oh, I got stunned there. But yeah, look at my MP even. MP, like she's an MP battery for this. Which is great, because you need that. Ridiculous. So much HP. But again, the point here wasn't to kill him. The point was to show you guys how she functions as a unit, right? So I mean, take this with yourself into your own account and take advantage of it. Because again, if you are lacking MP or if you're dying a little bit because of heals, she's actually a great unit for this kind of content. Again, I was a little harsh on her. We're definitely going to raise her up in the tier list a little bit just because of this alone, this performance, right? You guys can see, again, full health, 4 mana. Not even an issue at all. Just lacking damage. That's the end of the day. That's really the biggest issue with this whole situation. Let's see if I can kill him here. Nope, 7 HP. Close. Close, but no cigar. But there you guys go. So, Joohee, much better than originally anticipated for 2 pieces of content. So if you are struggling on raids, guys, if you're struggling on the dragon and keeping your hunters alive, she's actually a decent unit to help you out. Now, if you have Min will overshadow her in every aspect, obviously, except for the healing. She does more healing than Min does, but Min is much better for support. So there you guys have it. Some Joohee right there for you. Legs in action. Enjoyed the showcase. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.